Today in the 4x4, we're taking 4 minutes during the 4 to take a deeper look at gun control, but in this case from a different perspective. Last week, Lieutenant Governor Gavin Newsom proposed new gun control that would require background checks to buy ammunition, it would force gun owners to give up extended magazines, and it would require gun owners to notify police if their gun is stolen. Now, as I said, today we're taking a look at gun control from a different perspective. Usually when we talk about gun control, we never actually go into the neighborhoods where the day-to-day violence is taking place. And so today, our guest is Christopher Ellis. Back in February, Chris lives in East Oakland. Back in February, your son Devon was just walking down the street, 14 years old. A guy pulls up and just shoots him for no reason.
Yes.
How are you doing?
Every day, doing a little bit better, but it'll never be the same. You know, when you take somebody's child away from it, it tears at the fabric of who they are. My identity as a man has been compromised, and you just try to make the best out of it.
Let's talk about gun control. What do you think about the governor's proposal? And also California already has some of the strictest gun control in the country. Is it making a difference in East Oakland?
No, because most people in East Oakland, most criminals in East Oakland, they don't go to gun stores to buy guns, and the size of a magazine doesn't really matter. You know, when you're a target, you're a target. You know, whether you're an innocent bystander or the intentional target, the size of the magazine doesn't really matter in this.
How easy is it to get a gun?
Easy as getting candy from a candy store.
Really?
You know,
I mean, it's really that easy?
It's really that easy. You can ask a friend, you can ask a family member, or they have dealers who sell guns.
I remember talking to someone in West Oakland once, and he knew West Oakland very well. Mm-hmm. And what I was asking him was, what percentage of young people have guns? And I'll never forget his answer. He said, I would bet that it's 80 to 90% either have a gun or they could get a gun like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Would that be a fair assessment for East Oakland as well, do you think?
Yes, definitely. Definitely. All you have to do is go on Instagram to all the youngsters from East Oakland, and you see a bunch of pictures of 13, 14-year-olds holding guns. No prop guns, real guns.
It's just, I've seen some of those pictures, and they just take your breath away.
Yeah.
What do you do in a case like this? How do we fix that problem?
Well, I mean, at the end of the day, it comes down to parenting, and starts when they're real little, you know, teaching them right from wrong, steering them in the right path, and then also you have to set an example. You know, if your mind is right, it's a good chance your child's mind will be right. You know, you have to stay focused as a parent and make sure you steer them towards positive people, positive influences, and that deals with TV, music, and just friends in general.
Are you against gun control, or do you just think that it's not effective where you live?
It's not effective where I live. I'm not against it. It's just not effective because, you know, the environment that I live in, it just doesn't have any bearing. You know, most of the people I know don't go to gun stores to buy guns. Yeah. You get it off the street. Okay,
so let's say that they can get a gun easily, like they can.
Right.
We had been talking earlier, and one of the things that you were telling me is that you thought taking away their freedom, making longer prison sentences if you use a gun, that maybe that might have an impact.
Yeah, I mean, the younger generation, the only thing they're scared of is losing their freedom. They're not scared of anything else. Nothing else bothers them. They're not scared of the police. They're not scared of their parents. They're not scared of anybody. But the only thing they are scared of is losing their freedom. They won't be able to have any fun anymore. So at the end of the day, if you take away a person's freedom, you strip them of the last part of dignity that they have left, you know, in this world. So what I'm saying is, if you get found guilty of attempted murder or murder, life sentence, period, point blank. And then that will ring out throughout the community that they're not playing around. California's not playing around. You know, if your friend is doing 30 years to life because he attempted to kill somebody, you would think twice the next time you have an argument with somebody and pull a gun.
You know, a lot of times we talk about assault rifles.
Yeah.
Are assault rifles a big problem in East Oakland?
Everybody has an assault rifle in East Oakland.
Really?
Yeah. 4th of July, it's like Beirut.
It really is that bad?
Go on YouTube and look at the 4th of July 2014 and you'll see gunshots everywhere. The police can't stop it. It's not enough police to stop it.
Oftentimes when we talk about gun control, it happens after there's been a big massacre, like what happened up in Oregon, or the church shooting, or the shooting in the theater. But it feels like, and one of the reasons I wanted to have you on today is that we never go into the neighborhoods where the violence happens literally on a daily basis and ask them what they think. I know you've kind of talked about this a little bit, but if you were in control, what would you do?
Well, basically, if I wasn't in control, I would definitely get into the community and find out what is the issue. Why aren't, because in the communities we have a stop snitching rule, right? And it's getting twisted of what snitching actually is. You know, if somebody murders an old lady right in front of you, for you to say something, that's not snitching. That's what you're supposed to do. You know, and it's twisted like if you help anybody solve anything, that's snitching. No, that's not the same thing. And I think a lot of times this younger generation has it twisted, what snitching actually is. You
know, I remember right after Devon was killed, I talked to your father.
Yes.
And he told me, I can't stop crying. I don't have any more tears left. Will you please give my best to your father? And
no problem.
And I don't know, what do you say to someone who's lost their son?
There's nothing you can say.
Yeah. All right. Appreciate you coming in.
Thank you.
I'm going to take a short break. We'll be back with more right after this.